Hi, I'd like to welcome you to the first of our video presentations in the Flipped Classroom as part of our Flipped Classroom workshop. My name is Manjo Oyson from the Learning and Teaching Services of Central Queensland University. And I want to thank you, and in fact I want to praise you for trying to learn more about this seemingly innovative teaching practice, which has captured the imagination and interest of a number of people actually all over the world, as well as academic staff in Central Queensland University. In fact, there is a move to flip the classrooms of the School of Business and Law, starting in the first semester of the next school year. And the School of Engineering and Technology is also considering flipping their own classroom sometime in the third semester of next year. And for you as teaching staff, there are two questions you probably need to consider. Is this something that, on your own you would have wanted to apply? And secondly, if you did, then you want to find out, are there in fact good benefits in trying to flip the classrooms? Now the danger there is that some of you may have come across some colleagues who actually try to flip their classrooms. And then you'd say, okay, they put up resources in Moodle, they got their students to look at those video resources or some other educational resources, and then they ended up not having any class face-to-face sessions. And sometimes you may have heard of complaints coming from students that if a lecture was unengaging before, even when that teacher kind of flipped the classroom, the lecture was even more unengaging. And so what we're trying to do here in this series of workshops is to actually figure out what exactly does it mean when we're trying to flip the classroom. Because there are, obviously, as we will learn later on, there are different ways of flipping the classrooms. There's no single way, but there are certain things we should be doing to actually get it right, and certain things we should be avoiding. Because if you don't do it right, the educational experience for students and our own teaching experience will not turn out quite well. And what we're going to do in this first video presentation is to look at the background on the flipped classroom. We're going to discuss that, and then we will look into the key features of a flipped classroom, the correct one, and then we'll look at the strengths of the flipped classroom, examine the underlying assumptions when you flip the classroom, and the implications for us as teachers, and the implications for students, and then the challenges we need to be able to address in flipping the classroom. So that's what we're going to be doing in the first week, and which you will be uncovering as we go through these lecture video presentations that I have prepared. But before I go into the first topic on the background of the flipped classroom, I'd like to invite you to watch a nice video presentation on what the flipped classroom is, available on YouTube.
This is a classroom. The teacher stands at the front, and the students watch and listen. You'll recognise this because it's probably how you were taught, and how your parents were taught before you. But there are a lot of problems with this approach to teaching. You see, not all students learn at the same speed, so some get left behind. And while some students learn better by listening, others may learn better by doing. This means that teachers can't always do the best job they can. But there is another way. The flipped classroom addresses these problems and makes learning more personal. First, the teacher makes a video that delivers the content they'd usually teach in class. Then they share it online with students who can watch it before the next lesson. This leaves the teacher free to spend class time leading activities that help students apply the knowledge. Students can rewind and re-watch a video as many times as they like and come back to class with questions for the teacher. So keeping up with the class is no longer an issue. Students can access the video at any time using mobile devices, giving them the ability to learn more independently. Instead of sitting and listening, students can spend class time applying knowledge in more practical ways. And teachers are free to spend their time working with students and giving them individual support and attention. The flipped classroom model is already making a difference to students and teachers worldwide, so get involved.
When will our hearts beat together?